Throughout our lives, we have those ups and downs. We have, our struggles, we have our successes. How has failure, or, not even failure, but maybe a mistake or a challenge that you've had in your own life that has really shaped you to become the person you are or achieve that level of, success or happiness?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, everyone has failures or perceived failures. From my perspective, it's kind of just shifting the direction a little bit as opposed to a flat out failure. I think you just need to be focused on what it is you're trying to do and then course correct as necessary as opposed to a failure. I don't know that I could point to any one thing as saying that that was just a huge failure and it never happened. There's things that were off track for sure that we needed to course correct.
Yeah. Can you give an example?
At the LHIN, we had an initiative called Healthy Communities Initiative, which was really pulling together a coalition of the willing to focus on diabetes, in particular in one part of Brampton that had very high incidence and prevalence. So we brought public health, acute care, community, the local faith community, the business community, boards of education together to focus on this Healthy Communities Initiative. And, we had a couple of, we were all there for the right reasons, but we needed to adjust so that we were able to move the initiative forward. And, we had a couple of bumpy starts with trying to build the business case for what it is we're doing. Trying to find resources to support it because, we weren't all flush with lots of extra cash as organizations. And so, we just kept adjusting as we went. And, that is an initiative that was great because it involved many people who were not funded by the LHIN. So it wasn't like they were coming there because I was their funder. They were coming there because they were committed to changing the trajectory of diabetes in kids in particular and influencing those kids' parents in terms of what they cook, how they cook, what they eat, what they bring to school, what's in the school cafeterias and the vending machines, what's their level of exercise. So we had, the program was 5210. So 5 fruits and vegetables a day, 2 hours of screen time per day, 1 hour of exercise per day, and 0 sweetened beverages. And we rolled that out in almost every school, initially in Brampton, but then it spread to Peel in both school boards. It is an example of something that, because of the change in the trajectory of the LHIN, so it is something that, while I think public health is still committed and school boards are still committed, the structure to support continuing work of that group isn't there anymore to host meetings, to bring people together, to do the background research and work to drive it. So hopefully it's something that's not completely lost. The city of Brampton was super engaged and it was great throughout it. And so hopefully the materials and learnings will be taken up by either public health or the city to continue the work, because it's super important work.
Now, I'm curious if there's anything that comes to mind in terms of your personal life, in terms of a low point that then you pivoted and it worked out in your favor when you look back.
I think everybody has, low points at times. Many obviously, loss of parents or family members are particularly low points, and you just need to focus on, the way forward and what that individual would want you to do. When my father passed away about 4 years ago now, we found a poem that was really helpful for our family, and it was basically, I have it right here. It's called "Death is Nothing at All" by Henry Scott Holland. And it goes, death is nothing at all. I have only slipped into the next room. I am I and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in easy way which you always used. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without effect, without the trace of shadow on it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is an unbroken continuity. Why should I be out of mind because I am out of sight? I am waiting for you for an interval somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.